Okay, hello, my name is Toy. This is kind of a different thing I'm doing. So the fellows over at Rockford UFS are going to be doing some deck building videos, and what I decided to do was I decided I was going to do kind of videos in parallel with what they're doing. So I chatted with Chris and I was like, hey, just let me know what deck you're going to do, what symbol you're going to do it on, and then kind of your design idea for it. And then I'm going to build a deck with the same idea, same symbol, same character, but I'm not going to look at his. I'm going to build mine and kind of explain my picks and my choices and why I'm doing things. And then it will give you a comparison between mine and Chris's building styles, and you'll get to see why we do different things, even though we're building the same deck technically, how we come to the conclusions we come to. And then Chris is planning on playing his later on. I'll try to get some games in with mine and see if I can do that too. My locals are pretty sparse these days. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make a new deck. And what we're doing today is we're going to do Bison. Evil video deck. There we go. Look at that thing. Great. Beautiful. And then we're going to pull that up on this one. And we got nothing going on over here. Standard character, evil. Okay. This might be a little bit dry. I want to work as quick as I can and explain things while I go. Or I could have probably did this a little bit faster, but okay, Bison 1. There we go. Welcome to the team, Bison. So the first thing that I do whenever I'm building a deck is I do the cards that start with A first. I know it's kind of weird, but action, assets, and attacks. So the design that we're going with, so Chris told me he's doing M.Bison, he's doing evil, and he wants to do kind of like this burn foundation destruction thing. So like looking through attacks, so when I'm building on Ultra, something that I'll do is I'll just start throwing one-ofs of things in there that I kind of pique my interest. So like Fan Throw, lose one, your opponent loses one. That's just a nice fit with Bison. Great block on it. If your opponent attempts to block with this thing with an action or attack, it gets +3, so it's pretty good for doing chip damage. It's a very nice card. Before I start reading through all the MK stuff, I'm actually going to jump down to Bison stuff. Because I played Bison a lot when Street Fighter came out. Where am I here? So you guys get to see how I awkwardly build on Ultra. So Double Reverse was actually one of my favorite attacks after I played the deck a whole bunch. It wasn't when I first built the deck, until later on when I actually had gotten a handful of games in with it. I started realizing how much I loved stinking Double Reverse. Specifically because the M.Bison are, after your opponent plays a card as a block, you can change the zone to mid, so you can always get the chip damage off on it, and then if it's not completely blocked, you get burst momentum for it. So it's almost always guaranteed damage, and it's almost always guaranteed momentum gain. So I'm throwing this thing at 4, because I had such great experience with it. Double knee press, I'm going to go one of, because again, it's a card of note. Nightmare Booster is kind of a gimmick card, and we're not totally going with it. I don't think it's even close to being valuable enough for what I want to do with this deck. Psycho Crusher, though, I'm going to put it at 4 for now, just because it's probably going to be one of the main angles of the deck. Specifically because obviously, like the commit 1 to always burn them every time you pay a cost, really, really strong. Other crap that's really funny, I'm going to go 1x Azuna Drop. This card's hilarious. It's a really, really good 1x card. So, especially if you're looking at that, if it deals less than it's printed, your opponent has to rip their entire momentum, and if you're at Desperation, it just gets +2 damage. And because it's flash and a throw, they can't, like, any enhance-based throw negation obviously can't work on it. It's just really, it's a really cute 1x bonk card. You can just bonk people in the heads. In terms of destruction and vitality loss, because that's the angle we're going with, like Shadow Blade's in there, but I don't think we can really push it consistently enough for it to even matter. Next one. So throws are always going to be viable for this kind of thing. So we got Fan Throw, Attempt Block. Doesn't really hit me. Lose 2 for +2/+2 to name a card. So this is Glaive Throw's another one that's going to be. Let's take that one as note. Princess Perry, really good card, but I don't think that's really what we're going for here. Recursive Charge, Blood Over, no. God Ray, no. Now Sun God Choke. This thing's so Sun God Choke. I'm actually gonna put this in. I'll tell you why in a minute. Why Sun God Choke's gonna go in. Because I had a thought with this card, but something else I really liked about Bison. Melina's Teleport Kick, lose one to look at their hand. Not what we're going through for. Quick Taste. After you lose Vitality, gain a Vitality, and the deck that we have is going to be losing Vitality for effects in order to fuel our Psycho Crushers. So this guy is also going to be a card of note. Do I want Sadistic Ways? You may have 2 cards from hand. Not yet. We'll see. All this stuff is super great by Scorpion stuff, but Takedown's just disgusting. So let's just grab you. I'm going to just not play with cats because that's lazy. I'm not doing that. Just throwing 4 cats and everything that can pump damage is not that it's bad. Obviously, that card just wins games. Where is it? There she is. Obviously, this crap just wins games, right? But you're not going to learn anything from me just telling you to run 4 cats. That's stupid. Cathedral Standoff, clearly. Discard 2 momentum to gain 5 vitality. And I think I already kind of know what I want to do. This costs more than I want right now. Scorpion Stab is a... I'll throw it in at 1 for now. Because, let me show you what I want to do. Discard a momentum stacks, block your opponent's 4. I think I have a couple ways I can design this. If I want to do it this way, where are you now? Oop. Choke Throw. Because I think Choke Throw is hilarious. And Assassination Attempts. We probably have way more attacks than what we need now, which is a-okay. I'd rather have more than less at this point. And I'm giving you an aneurysm looking through all this stuff so quick. Okay, there we go. Let's flip this. Okay, now here. So now I have this big long list of attacks. Okay, we're gonna sort them by difficulty. Okay, so tons of 5s, 4, 4, 4, 4. So just to be a sustainable attack lineup, I can't just have all 5s. That's the vicious deal. I would need a considerable amount of loot. So now M.Bison, he obviously favors charges, furies, and kicks. However, even though he favors charge, fury, and kicks, one of the cards that I ended up absolutely loving him was also Choke Throw. Because if your opponent completely blocks your attack, they lose a vitality, and then your next charge, fury, or kick gets +2. Okay, so that's really important because you don't have to run an all charge, fury, kick attack lineup because your first attack doesn't need it because that keyword requirement gets tacked onto the next attack you play. So something like Choke Throw is a really hilarious opener because if they completely block it, they lose a vitality, and then their next charge, fury or kick. So they're going to want to always half block Choke Throw, which means it's almost always going to be doing 2 damage. And half blocking Choke Throw is really stupid because obviously they're just going to be taking 2. If they full block it, they still take the 1, and then you're getting +2 to your next attack. So it's really cool with Bison. I really like the interaction between Choke Throw. As an opener, this thing was great. Loved it. Super good. Okay, so we're going to go through now charge, fury, kicks. This is obviously a charge. This is obviously a kick. This is neither, but it kind of suits our purpose, so we'll keep it around for now. This is a kick and fury. Great. Not anything. This is a charge. Nothing. Charge. Fury. 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 But this, yeah, fury throw. This is nothing. And this is ranged weapon. Because this is nothing, how do I want to do this? If I'm playing an attack lineup, ideally I want to use Choke Throw and then give my next thing. So it would be really nice to go Choke Throw into Quick Taste because now I'm doing throws. Throws are pretty sick. But then I can't really run Devil, Reverse, and Quick Taste because now I'm running out of blocks. What do my blocks look like here? Bloop. These are all my non-blocks. So now again with this kind of thing, so notice how I keep jumping around. I don't keep jumping around, but I'm going to be jumping around. I'm basically analyzing what my options are and trying to see how I want to do this. Sun God Choke is really cute mixed with Choke Throw, because you can give it the +5, which is again really cute. Lose vitality, adds your momentum no matter what, to give your choke throws lots of damage. Turn them into 8 damage choke throws. I want to do that. I don't know if this is the deck to do it. We're going to keep you in as a hot 1x right now. Same thing with my Azuna drop. I like Devil's Reverse over Assassination Attempt in this deck. Specifically because it's cheaper. And it's always going to do the half damage. So I'm going to pull Assassination Attempt out of here, actually. 1x Azuna, Quick Taste. That's tough. That's tough. These are actually all really good blocks. Scorpion Stab and Glaive Through both hold that +0 high, so let's look at which two are better. Fury Weapon, lose 1, your opponent loses 1 for each printed 5. Name a card type when you're at Desperation, your opponent reveals your hand, loses 2 for each name type revealed. Which one do I think is going to go off more? So this is 2 mid 5, I can lose 2 to give it +2/+2, which makes it 4/7. I'm already going to be losing Vitality fairly often as Bison. I don't like to burn the candle that fast. I would almost prefer... I think Scorpion Stab will do damage more consistently on its own accord over this, and have less of a vitality cost. So I'm going to take the Scorpion, and it's got the Fury keyword versus the nothing. So Glaive Throw gets ditched. Bye. You next check to play Charge or Kick gets +1. Beautiful high block again. It's going to depend if I'm going to go. Let's see here. So Psycho Crusher. If this is blocked, it's a Fury Weapon. Because I'm kind of looking at multiple. So if I pull out the Fury stuff, go more with the kicks and the charges, use the double knee presses to help lubricate, use stuff like Takedown, because if they don't block it, I draw, and if they do block it, I get Bison stuff. I think that's the way I go. I think I dunk my Fury stuff. Do I have a strong low block? Yeah, I got Takedown. Another thing when I'm building is, me personally, because I really love balance, I like to have at least a 4 strong low block, 4 strong high blocks, and then somewhere I want 4 mid blocks, which I have none of in my attacks. Oh wait, I do. I got Psycho Crusher. Beautiful. So if I go 4 Psycho Crusher, we're going to go 4 takedowns. Now let's go 4... This is a Desperation knee. I like this one. Let's go 4 double knee press. Let's go kicks. Okay, so now we have 12. So these 4 here, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 with Devil Reverse. I like that. I like how that feels. Discard 2 for your opponent to lose 5. I like Choke Throw, less consistent vitality loss than Cathedral Standoff. Same block. Choke Throw will do damage more often on its own than Cathedral Standoff. Choke Throw will gain me momentum more consistently than Cathedral Standoff will. And Choke Throw can deny momentum where Cathedral Standoff cannot. Cathedral Standoff can do more direct vitality loss with the discard 2 momentum. However, this will make sure I have more momentum. Is there anything else that uses momentum? EX2, that does. And then we are also running this, which has an EX2. We got an Azuna drop. I don't think I need the Azuna drop if I'm running Choke Throws, so we're going to pull this too. Get out of here. Quick Taste. Once you're at Desperation, your opponent rips a card. This is probably really strong, so I'm going to keep it at 1 right now. Scorpion Stabs at 1. Let's refresh our deck right now. Okay, 21. We have 21 attacks. I kind of want to get rid of this. Push Choke Throw up to 2. Okay, Scorpion Stab versus Choke Throw again. So this one has a really strong high block, but now I'm putting a strong high block on double knee press, so... And we're not doing Furies. Get out of here. Okay. Quick Taste is Fury Throw. Do I really care? So let's look at this now. After you lose vitality, gain a vitality. Let's keep it in for now, just as a note as I build foundations. If my foundation choices really want to support it, then I'll care a little bit more about quick taste. I'm keeping the Sun God choke in here. Do I really care that much for that cutesy? I have nothing else that procs on it, so you're gone. Yeah, you're gone. There's no value there. Putting me at 19. That's some pretty good numbers right now. 19, 14 with blocks, 6 high, 4, 4. I'm okay with that, and they're all 1, 1. That's pretty good. They're all 3 checks. We're running safety 3s. Okay, I like that. Back to my build. Okay, back to cards that start with A. Boop. We're gonna go actions. So the theme of the deck was Foundation Destruction because M.Bison has that in his control ability. Teddy Bomber kind of fits that too. Remove 1 card in your opponent's staging area. Print control of 5 from the game. Stack gets +3 -3 damage. Teddy Bomber. I'm going to throw one of you in there again for taking notes. I don't think Fade. Fade's really strong, but it doesn't fit what we're going for. Aura of Protection is really strong, just in Bison, so we're going to do that. Jealousy and Fake is stinking hilarious right now because so many attacks are doing so much extra damage, so we're just going to go like this. Put one of those in there. Reprogramming. Let's look. What do we got? This is all his, all his, all his. So I'm running 3 attacks that are all his that share 3, so Chaos. This shares 2. This shares 2. And this shares 2. So that's not even the worst idea. But again, we might be ending up to grab a lot of things. Self-destruct. Another good one. Deliverance is good, but I don't think it fits in what we're doing. Revoke, always. Always, if you're playing evil and you're not playing Revoke, you're not playing evil. You're just playing stupid. Showdown's really strong, but that's not going to make main board. I'm just going to put it there for now. Alright. All the actions and nodes. Now we're going to go to assets. Same thing. Quanchi Fortress. This terrain. There's lots of fights for terrain, I think, now. There's going to be. And this part, lose 3 vitality after a card is played. Copies of that card cannot be played for the rest of this turn. Playable by either player. We are running 4 X's, but we don't run loops. It might be advantageous to run this, just for that vitality gain back. Throw it at 1 right now. I don't want to just clog with Mushroom. I don't think I need it. Homemade explosives, because asset control. We don't need any of this. We'll build without champ cards, because some people can't do that. I personally love Kanzuki, but you know what? This might be really good. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. It's fighting for that train slot again. No. Claw. I don't think I have any benefit for Claw. No, I'm actually running all highs except for Takedown. That's actually a really, really hilarious attack lineup. It's going to suck against Reptile, but we're just going to have to figure that out as we build. Because Reptile's a dick. This video is going to be really long. I hope you guys aren't expecting something earth-shattering here. Alright. No, I didn't find anything else I want. Okay, so now we go back to here, we do this. Okay, here's my reasoning behind these. So, Quanchi's Fortress, 2/5, 2+ high. Good numbers on it. Lose 3 vitality. Copies of that card can't be played for the rest of this turn. So, if I'm playing Bison, I don't have really any ways to recur things. Plus, I might be able to bait my opponent to using that lose 3. On my side, I'm going to be losing vitality on Bison's thing. Plus, if I'm trying to do Psycho Crusher plays, I'll be losing more vitality. So vitality gain is really important. So even just that E, gain 1 every turn, might be worth it. That's a tough choice. Kanzuki's funny because I have an easier time baiting them into destroying their own staging area. What do I have that boosts its own speed? Like Psycho Crusher's EX2 boosts its own speed, double knee press, but the Desperation E boosts its own speed, and the Devil Reverse with an EX2 boosts its own speed. Teddy Bomber does not boost speed. Okay. The reason why I'm making that note in my head is because people are like, well, then your opponent can destroy foundations to get -3 speed. Well, if your objective is to get them to destroy foundations, rather than to gain the speed on your attack, then that's good. You know what I'm saying? Right? If I'm trying to get them to just nuke their staging area, because if I'm nuking their staging area with my own Bison, and then they're starting to nuke stuff with Kinzuki whenever I want them to. That's a low block versus Quan Chi's high block. You know what? We're going to keep both of them in because one's low and one's high. And we'll see where I'm at with blocks as to which one I want to do because they both fit similar rules. This is damage reduction. It softens the blow of attacks that can get through. This thing stops loops from going off and helps me gain vitality. Home and explosives, I'm going to keep it 1x too because if I have room, I definitely want to run it. Just because it's damage reduction or damage pump, and it's kind of like you can pocket a card by using it, and you can kill an asset with it. This card's like insanely good. Nowhere near enough people run it. I don't know why. Teddy Bomber is really good for what we want to do, or Protection is very good for what we want to be doing because we need to gain vitality. This is a very Bison-y card. There might be just better options right now though, so we'll see. That might disappear. Jealousy and Fake. This fits with a burn, and it's a breaker card, which is really important right now. Showdown's actually going to go sideboard. 2 copies. Main board. 0. I know UFS Ultra hates that stuff, but whatever. Bloop, there we go. Same thing with Self-Destruct. You can go on the sideboard. No main. Okay, reprogramming. We're going for an attrition kill. 1x programming might be hot. It's hard to tell what I'm going to have room for and how I want to do this. So let's keep this out now. Okay, let's go to Foundations. I don't build decks quickly, as you can see. I'm going to try to go through these quickly. No, crap. Lose 1 after your opponent's next check. Play an attack card gets -1. This card's really good. 4x. Flip lose 3, draw 1. That's not as good. We're not rushing to get into Desperation, so I don't think I want to do this. I'll put 1 in for checking. I think I'll have way more Foundations than I want to deal with. Discard 1 momentum. Your opponent's block mod to block this gets +2. If you plays card, lose vitality equal to the flying keyword printed on that card. This Unwittingly Evil. This might be our reach card. That might be because we're running throws too. This might be our reach. This may be our engine card. We'll see. Calling upon Sun. If you lose 2 more vitality, yeah, that's gonna save our lives. Your attack per 3 gets +1 speed. Once you're at Desperation, you can remove to gain 2. This also may very well be important for us. Invoking Blood Magic. You reduces attack speed to 0, only play with less vitality this turn. This is going to be bonkers. And at least one of these. Face of a monster, we want one of these. Because I'll explain this as we go. Rodaris is Evil's Foundation removal. Not what we want. Desperation wants to return gain vitality. This might be better than that other one. Yeah, it's better than this. I don't want this one. Get out of here. They do very similar things, only this one's got way better numbers. Way better numbers. 0-6. It's Desperation wants to return game 1. We'll see. We'll see if it even ends up in the final cuts. I don't want any of this. Nope, 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 nope. Blood for blood. Lose 2 after your attack is blocked. Lose 2. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'll take 1. Desperation E, ready 1. Nope, I don't want that. If you've lost vitality, it's during your opponent's next natural check gets +1. That's really good. But wait, so this card, if I've lost vitality, it's during your opponent's next check to play a card gets -1. So you can play this defensively. If you've been hit, you can try to. It's kind of like a soft breaker sort of effect. However, offensively, you can use it to soft increase the speed of your stuff. So as a breaker type card, it's good. If I'm going to go Jealousy and Fake and Debt to be Paid, I can probably get quite a bit of mileage if I combo those 2 cards together. So I'm just making a note of that in my head. So Debt to be Paid, we're going to put into the deck for now. Because if we go down that route, if we go down the Jealousy and Fake, Debt to be Paid defense route for the early game, then that'll be good. Plus, what do I want to land using speed? So double knee press, I want to hit via speed. Psycho Crusher, we want to hit via speed. And that's really it. Devil Reverse, we can hit them with the R. Quick Taste is throw damage. Takedown, we're trying to get them with the low attack. Mix up after spamming highs. And Choke Throw is a throw as well. So we're not really relying on speed that much. We're relying on mind games and burny damage. So I don't know if it's really going to make the difference offensively. So I'm only going to run this if I'm doing it defensively with Jealousy and Fake. Entrusted Protector, commit for -2, flip for -2 more. I would use this if I had a way to destroy it after I flipped it for something else, which I do not have currently. Oh, I do for Kenzuki, if I run Kenzuki, okay? And that's it. Right, so currently I don't actually have a way to do it. I don't think in anything else I've selected yet I really have a way to destroy this either. So it is great damage reduction. It's -4 or 6 or however much if you only use the first E for one turn. It's a lot of damage reduction per game, but I don't think we're going to go with damage reduction. I'm really liking the breaker stuff, so I'm probably not going to use that. Hellspawn Spectre, lose 2 for card draw. We're going to put 4 of these in for now. Flip for your Desperation or Fury attack to get +2 damage. Do I even have any Furies in here anymore? I got that guy. Oh, and I got Quick Taste. I got 5. 5 currently. Or Desperation. I don't think any needs Desperation, so except for that one, but it's already Fury. The commit, lose 2, draw 1. Let's go with 2 cards. Last of the Shirai Ryu. There we go. Good stats. Not worth. Strict Mentor, we're going to do this one. Because it's lose vitality, playable while committed, and -1 speed. This thing's great. Flip, this one's good too, because if your attack's blocked, your opponent loses 3 if they can destroy Foundation. So this does everything we want. It has Burn on it, has Foundation Destruction on it. This is great. This we're not running, because it's useless. Desperation or Fury, we don't have enough Furies to really make it worthwhile. This is a really good card, great numbers, but not what we want. We already have a card that does this, but has a block. Commit cost, no, I don't like that. Space Land's really good. Discard top 2 deck, get plus damage after your opponent adds 1 or more to the momentum during the combat phase. They discard 2. It's Momentum Hate. I'm gonna run it at 1 right now. See where it goes. Harrison's Lucky Day, really good numbers. I don't know if we're gonna have room. This is gonna be like already ridiculous. I think I'm already like 43 cards. Yeah, my cuts are already gonna be ridiculous. Like Despy E flip to draw a card, that's not going to be worthwhile. Just a single for good numbers. What am I doing for spam? Crap tons already. Don't need this. Lose 1 vitality for -1 speed. Not playable while committed. How much lose vitality crap do I got? That 1, 2, 3. That's not really I want to use offensively. 3. 4, I could use it. 5, maybe. 6, maybe. To get reach on double. That's more than enough already. I don't need this. No, I don't need this. How am I doing for blocks? Let's look down at my stats. 18 high, 24, 19. We're doing good. Let's see. Discard a card for +2 or -2 damage. Ugh. No, not good enough. Your Fury weapon? No, we're not doing that either. Lose 2, your opponent discards 1 momentum, only play if you have 0. I don't want to do that because I don't want to have 0 after you play this card. No. -2 speed for your opponent's face downs. No, we're not doing that either. If you check 2 or less, we're not doing that. We don't need that. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. No, we don't need that crap. Double crossers, really? What was I talking about with that? If I have ways, no, I'm not going to do that. That's too much. Too much effort. Too much effort, not enough payoff. Egotistical is always a nice hot 1x. If your attack is 1 or fewer keywords, nope. 1 card that does that. Malicious Heart's cute. Stops Templar. Can draw a card if I get double damage. I don't know how often I'm going to get to double damage with this deck. It's kind of a weird deck. Merciless Master, for sure. Merciless Master combos really well with Choke Throw as well. If you didn't know that, because you can enhance, put it on top of your deck, and then you can check it with your choke Throw. To make an unmodified check, you always get the 5 on it, then your opponent loses 2 and rips some momentum. So it's really good. Phobia, we have to run at least 2, because again, full blocking, power split. I like to run 1, especially because we can gain momentum. It is a momentum dump. We do have momentum dumps in our attack lineup though, so it might not be necessary. But we'll see. Snuggle Struggle, sideboard. Robot Masters, how are we doing for 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3? Can we, do we have a way to push this by 1? I don't think we did have an easy way to push it by 1. No, we don't. I guess I got space on it. That's not really consistent. The other thing is too that Bison, if you get the +2 damage on it, it's going to put these to 6 before Robot Masters can proc, so that's all kinds of no. S-Class Hunter, looking at the available cards currently that are activated while committed, some stuff goes off all the time. So, and other decks don't do it at all. This would be very hit or miss. You can lock things down, but we're not going for a lockdown deck. We're going for burn and destruction, I guess. So we're not doing this. No. We have no way to destroy it anyways. Shungoku Satsu. This one, you can lose vitality for +1 damage, and you can, but we don't have a way to consistently destroy foundations. I think even as a cost, I've avoided it. Yeah, even as a cost, I've avoided it, so we're not running that. I know it's really good, and it's just more vitality loss, but we're not going all in on the gimmick, because we need to stay alive, because we're Bison, and we're killing ourselves just to try and do stuff that's so bad. Demanding Submission. We want 2 of those, at least. So now we're getting into the good Street Fighter stuff. Mass Assassin's really good. My Beautiful Face is Ruined is great for destruction, but I don't think I can fit this right now, which is really unfortunate. It's such a good card. Cage Fighter, again, so after your opponent makes a check to play a non-foundation card, the check gets -1, failing this check does not end the fight. This might be good. I'm just going to have to see kind of how, let's put one of this in anyways. Novitiate, we need 2 of these, because Quan Chi and because damage reduction, so this will help us get rid of Reptile. This will help us deal with Quan Chi. This will help us deal with Liu Kang, drawing cards. It helps shut down tons of stuff. This card's so good. So good right now. Mortal Kombat would raise the value of this, just so you know. If you're making it this far in the video, take that bit of information. Clash of Colossals, he doesn't commit. Oh, he does. He commits himself. If I'm running Space Land 3/5 2+ low, probably better than this. Is it? This is so good. I'm getting so many cards in this deck already. It's disgusting. No surprises. Same thing. Damnation. Every deck that can run it. Or you're an idiot. Good and Evil. Same thing. A really good card. Know your objective. Let's go with one of those. Sweet nothing. Ah, see, Evil has way too many good cards. We're not doing that engine. Too many good cards. I'm like glossing over stuff now because it's too much good stuff. Too much. Until you get to old stuff, then you just feel sad about life. Oh, alright. I think we've picked everything we want to pick. Because I'm not using any of this junk that I don't already have. Probably puts me at like 65. What am I stuff? 92. That's way too much. Clearly way too much. So now the trimming stage. So going through everything, we're going to go. First thing I'm going to do is look at blocks. I'll always get rid of no blocks before I get rid of blocks. Sweet Nothings uses momentum in order to bounce opponent's attacks. Really strong, no surprises. Anybody that can tutor top cards of their deck, this is really strong. It also lets me put stuff into my discard pile if I need to. I don't think I have any use for that though. Demanding Submissions takes out keyword abilities, so if they have multiples, it cancels them. And it burns their vitality when they cancel them. It stops stun decks, so like Sub-Zero. How much is this going to... Really, at most it's going to do like 2 damage, because no one's going to play into it with anything more than that. This is a tough card. This is the kind of card you run, and they just stop playing those abilities, because they're not that dumb. This draws me cards. which is important. Probably more important than this right now. It's awkward that it doesn't just go to side anymore. Sweet Nothings is really strong, so that puts me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 no blocks. That's probably really good for the non-blocks. 4+ block on Invoking Blood Magic. This reduces speed to 0. This is going to be my speed negator. So this is my speed reduction mixed with boop 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 boop. Difficulty. Let's go by difficulty now. So that's going to be mixed with, I don't need this. Get out of here. That's going to be my speed reducer. I don't think I need the 1x of this. So let's go through. No surprises. I want to keep 1x of. It's 0.6, great numbers, and it helps prevent a lot of things. I wish I could fit more of it in, but there's so many good cards. So how am I doing for spam? For tons of spam. Okay. This does not have good numbers on it. You can drop down to 1 for now. Most Trusted Assassin. Lose a vitality, your opponent's next check to play an attack card gets -1. And that's once per turn. This fits in with my Jealousy and Fake, Most Trusted, and Debt to be Paid for check hacking to stop people from playing stuff too early in the game. So I might run that angle a lot more than this even. Let's cut this too. Cage Fighter again fits that motif. I like that. Power Split also kind of helps along that line, but it's only going to run at 1. Ego is card draw if I get hurt. After your opponent commits or destroys one of our foundations. I just don't know if I have room for this, but it's a 1/6. Again, great numbers. This is speed reduction, great stuff. Momentum hate. You know what? Let's. This isn't good enough for what we needed to do. Good and Evil is really good. Sweet Nothings. Beautiful Face. You know what? Beautiful Face also cannot fit. Not good enough numbers. Ophidiophobia is going to be also another thing that's going to let us block well. Mercy Master strong. Outerworld Heiress is our foundation destruction, our foundation control. Face of a Monster. This is just out there because if I get it on board, it's definitely going to make my opponent super scared of going into deadlock or be reduced by 1 hand size, basically. So that's really strong. Last of His Kind, again, really strong. Desperation Deadlock by these two together are great evil pair to run on every deck for evil. They're just so good. Invoking Blood Magic, again, like I said, your opponent has to discard momentum in order to rip your own momentum, so this is going to be good. I love this card. So strong. Blood for Blood, lose 2 to help make my opponent lose 2. I'm going to run it at 1 for our throws, especially with Choke Throw, because this, mixed with Bison's ability, they'll never want a full block of Choke Throw, which is really cute. This is my card draw. If your attack is blocked, again, your opponent has to lose 3, or they can destroy Foundation. Do I actually want to run this? Here's my problem. I have no way to use it. I don't really have an easy way to destroy it after it's flipped, so that I can get more mileage out of it. And I'm already fighting for space. You're out of here. Masked Assassin. This gives me reach. After my attack deals less than printed, I can rip them for another 2. It's got great numbers on it, which makes it really good for throws again. If you chuck a throw at them and they half block it, it's just, again, and because it's a response, I'll always take responses over enhances. I know that doesn't come in line with Psycho Crusher, but I don't care, because responses, you never have to use them until you need them, unlike enhances where you have to use them preemptively and try to guess what your opponent's going to do. Responses, so good. Spaceland, that's a hot 1x. And Unwittingly Evil, this is kind of going to be my impromptu speed if I need it for momentum. Oops, I'm bumping. And then flip after my opponent plays a card. They just lose vitality equal to the keyword rating. So this is just going to be my reach card. It's just going to be free burn. And because I'm not running many other 3 diffs, that's probably going to stay. Where are we at for numbers now? We've dropped down to 51. Terrible. Terrible. Blocks 21, 22. Okay, so I can get a little bit more oppressive. Egotistical is going to go. I don't need it. I wouldn't mind keeping the build really aggressive in this. I want Revoke to be at 3 at least. Or if Protection might have to go if I'm going to run Jealousy and Fake. So Aura's going to go. I want Jealousies in here. Teddy Bomber's really good. That might stay at 1. Reprogram is going to leave because of him. That puts me at like 8 actions. Holy smokes, this deck. Already getting ridiculous. How are we doing this? So Jealousy and Fake mixed with the other ones. I might not run either of these. As much as I want to. I'm running out of space. Quan Chi's Fortress. Set side. Just throw it in the sideboard if you don't know what to do with it. Homemade will stay at 1 for now. This is at 8. Or do I just stay actions? I'd want to run the 1 homemade just in case they White House me. Right? Right? Because they're like that. This is when I end up with gigantic fatty decks. I'm at 78. If I get down to 72, I'd be happy. Fix my attack lineup to compensate for size. So we're at difficulty here. Unwittingly Evil. I love this card. That's going to be your engine. Spaceland. That's just going to be Snap Momentum Hate, which is great. That's what we're running it for. Mass Assassin's Reach. Card draw. That's throw bonus. That's speed reduction. That's great, great. This is just massive value. Board control, Mercy Masters, Tech. Affinity Phobia is more denial. You know what? Sweet Nothing, you're gone. Good and Evils, Response Hate, which is really strong. Damnation's super strong. Novitiate is a very big technical pick as well. Strict Mentor. Versus Calling Upon Sun if he was 2 or more Vitality gain 2. Versus Power Split. Power Split has to go. Don't have room. So now let's look at these. Cage Fighter, Debt to be Paid, Most Trusted Assassin. These are both flips. One's an E. And one is a R, but this R can go off whenever after they make the check. They get -1, failing does not. These are very similar. This one's payable by committed, this one's not, this one's better blocked, this one's not. Most Trusted Assassin, I have to lose Vitality to do that again, something very similar, no surprises. Ugh, such hard cuts. I'm down to 48, 76. Let's look through here. Teddy Bomber, remove a card in opponent's using control 5. This deck is +3 or -3 damage. This is Foundation Destruction. I'm going to go more Burn and get rid of Teddy Bomber. I know it's damage. I know I have throws. I don't have that many throws. Although Devil Reverse is kind of like a friend you pretend throw. I'd rather have Jealousy and Fake to keep myself alive while also possibly doing damage and to breaker them and to do all that weird, all this stuff, right? That's way more trolly, which is how I think M.Bison wants to be played. Puts me down to 74 cards. Oh, we're getting there. I even have an 8-card sideboard. Look at this. Jealousy and Fake through 3 and 3. I like that. That works for me. 1 homemade explosive. Sure. Where are we at for graphs now? Okay. It's about 25%. Yeah, 25% attacks. So that means, so if I'm running 25% attacks, it means 1 out of every 4 cards give me attack, which means per hand I'm running what? 1.25 attacks per 6 cards drawn. Probably want to get a little bit higher than that. I have a really strong build. What's my... Yeah, my dex ability is ridiculously high. Right. I need more attacks. So then I'm going to go like this. 3 choke throws. We're going to come over here. Now we're going to start looking at this. So go back to my difficulty setup. Okay, so going back through here now, last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start trimming fat. So I'm going to take things that are 4x and see what I can drop down to 3x. So Most Trusted Assassin has a first form on it, so this is going to go down to 3. Okay, and the reason being is that if I get multiples of them out, I can't first form on all of them. So they lose value as I get more of them out. right? I still get the eat once per turn to lose 1, but they don't stack value. These things I can't destroy after. Same thing with these, but they're so cheap. This one's got a great block. This one does not have a great block. I can cut this down technically. Do I want to? Because it's a response. I really like that card. Let's just keep it there for now. Calling upon the Sun. This is going to just basically extend the life of Bison. That has to be there. Strict Mentor, speed reduction, Novitiate, it's got to stay. Damnation, good. These are already running really low. Outer Worlds is foundation control. We got to keep that at 4. Invoking Blood Magic. This can drop to 3, I think. Let's drop you down to 3. I think I can do that. Unwittingly Evil, I want to keep it 4, because that's basically just going to be an R flip. Opponent takes damage. Right? That's really strong. Really, really strong. And it's going to be speed pump on stuff. If I need it. Right? If I'm going to throw, I don't know, something at them for not a lot of damage, because nothing in here does a lot of damage. It's all really going to be interesting how you're going to hurt people, right? So here's what you have to realize now playing this deck. Let's go. Flip. Down to 46. I only got 2 more, but I had another attack, so we got this now. Let's go back to my graphs. I'm at 27%. That's better. High 20, low 20. Look at that, 20, 20, 20, 12, none. That's really good. I'm liking this. I'm liking where this looks now. I wish I had more card draw in here. I could put more in. Do I have room for more? Do I have room for more? Kinda. Jealousy and Fate can be shuffled to look for more cards. And then Takedown is going to help me look for cards. And it looks for attacks specifically. Right? Plus my other thing. I have ways to draw cards. This is a grindy deck. That's what I've noticed playing M.Bison when I was playing him before. And I'll probably wrap this video up soon. So M.Bison is a really grindy deck. You need to survive the early game, which is kind of why I put my eggs in the Jealousy and Fake basket mixed with these guys, right? I like that because that's going to give me early game sustain, right? I'm going to try to increase the difficulty of their crap early game to try and prevent them from being able to play too many attacks against me and slow them down, right? Like that's where that angle comes in. If I can pull a Jealousy and Fake, if they throw multiple at you, you can block the multiple, burn them for 2, break or 1, take no damage on it. Like Jealousy and Fake's really strong right now, especially with cats running around or anything like that. Obviously this is good to reduce stuff to 0 because you can Bison to lose vitality, or you can do some other stuff to lose vitality. Like there's just lots of things you can do in here. I like it. I wish I could fit more Phobia in. Like a lot of this, because I haven't play tested it, I'm kind of taking everything on assumptions. So looking through at the stuff that I have 1x's of, no surprises, just helps me make sure my opponent can never stack the top card of their deck and control that card draw. Even if they can look at what it is to see good checks, like if they are playing something that lets them reveal the top card and they're going for good checks, this allows me to try and get that check to be a bad check. Like this just gives you, there's tons of crazy plays you can do with this card. Same thing with Damnation, right? Any strong enhance that we have, these Deadlock enhances, that's not a Deadlock enhance, but you know what I'm saying. This Deadlock enhance just for free too. That's not even that good. I mean, it's good because it's free. There's no cost on it. But you know what I mean? Where is it? Blurb, I'm picking it there. This guy. Right, remove, reduce to 0. You can negate that kind of stuff. Prototype, you can negate. Phobia, you can negate. Like, really strong. Really strong card. Good and Evil, again, really strong card. I like running these at 1x each in every Evil deck I build as well. Now that I have these, they're going in there as well. And to that list, Phobia, obviously really strong. It's proven itself over and over. Merciless Master. Speaking of cards that let you tutor what the top card of your deck is, so Merciless Master lets you put momentum back on the top of your deck. Another reason why throws are fantastic, and including Double Reverse is fantastic, because you can Double Reverse, gain a momentum, but then the Double Reverse goes into momentum. So you're going to need to keep track of what cards are where in your momentum. That should be pretty par for the course if you've been playing UFS for a while. And then you can use Mercy Master to put them on top of your deck, and then you can use Hellspawn Spectre to draw them. Right? That's all pretty basic. That's another standard Evil build thing. If you're ever running Mercy Master, you need another card that lets you draw on Enhance, so you can combo that off. Outer World Heiress is just fantastic. You gotta be running that crap. Face of Monster, it just does a lot for one card. Like, so many things on one card. It's great. It's a fantastic card when you get one of it out. Getting multiples of it out, your opponent's just going to not go into deadlock, or they're going to try even harder not to put you in desperation. Like, it's just an awkward card if you get tons of them out. But I definitely want to see one of it, because it's huge value at one. Same thing with this card. But it's unique, right? You could run this thing at 4, but I don't know if I would. Playtesting will tell me. This card's fantastic because reducing things to 0 is always good and protects your momentum. It's really good. Blood for Blood, another hot 1x. This thing's a hot 1x because I don't want to see more of it because I'm never going to want to be popping that enhanced lose 2 on everything because I already losing vitality. I'm already struggling with that as a resource. Card draw, that's why we're running this. Masked Assassin, this is for extra reach, and it's for reach, damage reduction if you can't block, and pump if you have the leverage to pump with it. It's just really good. Same thing with this. It's just free pump, right? Free pump, and then free extra reach. Revokes, need nothing, no explaining, right? Homemade explosives. You can almost run 2 of this, but again, we're running a really tight deck already. This is a really strong card. Again, card draw that you can also proc with Mercy Master. You can stat top deck stack and then homemade explosives to draw it. Fun stuff. And it pumps damage or reduces damage. Jealousy and Fake, I already told you what we're doing with this. It's just block, breaker, damage, negation, early game. You should almost have a 4th one in sideboard. Power Struggle, same thing. So if you're going against a throw deck, then you can throw in Power Struggles. And then Power Struggles can also do the same thing that Mercy Master does. You play an attack, stack the top card, let the attack resolve, and then you form Power Struggle to draw it. That's just another combo. Demanding Submission if you need to cut out things, right? Yeah, kill keywords. Quan-Chi Fortress is against loops. Showdown is for actions, but I don't know if we need it because we have Revoke. We have Good and Evil, so Showdown, you can go away. And we shouldn't need Self-Destruct either. Error, oh yeah, because it's so weird now. Self-Destruct we don't need either. Nope. Jealousy and Fake though, we can put 1 on the sideboard. Nope. And then Revoke, we can also put 1 on the sideboard. Nope. Right? And then we'll go put an extra 1 of these in the sideboard too. Okay, there you go. So that's kind of what all this is for, right? Good and Evil cancels responses, double reverse, guaranteed momentum, and guaranteed damage unless it gets sealed. This thing is loop, good block, and once you hit Desperation, is a 6/6 on 4. Psycho Crusher, we can mix with all of the vitality loss to get free burn reach on it, and then you can also give it stun to make it fast and try to get damage through that way. Quick Taste is it's just going to let us use our vitality loss stuff like Untrusted for free. And it's just damage, and once we get to Desperation, it'll rip a card. It's a cute 1x. I can almost just get rid of this. I should probably get rid of it for the choke throw, for the 4th choke throw. Now that I'm thinking about it. You know what? Yeah, let's get rid of that. Get out of here. We're going 4s around. There we go. Consistency is key. I like this. I like this a lot. Alright. Takedown, it's our 1 low in a high zone deck. So this is going to be the mix-up. And it's got a strong low block, and it's going to draw us cards, and it has Desperation, and it's all good stuff. This card's so good. And then Choke Throw. I've already explained this one. It combos again with Mercy Master. We could probably run more Mercy Master. Let's put this up to 3. Choke Throw is really good that way. And then it's Momentum Control that way. It's just, it fits. It's our opener for this deck. Really, really strong. Love it, right? So Choke Throw's our opener. Psycho Crusher is an alternative. It's our like tech kill card, depending on how our board's set up. So this thing scales for late game, depending on how we build. These are Takedown, Double Knee, and Double Reverse are kind of our bread and butter. Double Reverse and Choke Throw is going to be how we just do grindy damage mixed with Psycho Crusher. Homing Explosives adds a little bit more damage onto our Choke Throws and our Double Reverses. Jealousy and Fake buys us time, and then stuff like, you know, Bison adding damage and doing dumb stuff. He's a really weird character to play. If you've never played him, he's kind of awkward. Just because your opponent's always going to be doing this like Do I half block, or do I just continuously full block? Because the plus damage doesn't do anything if they continuously full block, but then they lose 1 vitality per full block. It's kind of weird. And then your commit to lose 2 to blow something up in their staging area is really cool. I like it. Which means which is why I don't really need to run 2 homemades, because Bison is kind of a homemade explosive in and of himself. It depends on what they're running in their stage and how you feel you need to control their stage. But yeah, that's important too. He's really good against the early game rushes, because if they play only a couple foundations and think they can go off, again, you can just Jealousy and Fake, stun them, use your spammy stun stuff, plus Bison to destroy something in their staging area if they try to use it. It's cute. And then we have really good blocks here, +1 high, +1 mid, +1 low, because we're always going to be keeping attacks in our hands. So that's what I like to have. Nice and balanced. Choke throws our opener, and it's our Dark Horse with a +3. But yeah, stats gives me 1.94, really high stability, 20, 20, 21, really good blocks. We're only running 12 non-blocks in a 73 card deck. Is it 73 cards at the end? 47, 20, that's 67, 68. Yeah, look at that. Didn't get to 72. Big fatty deck. Look at this. Not very many attacks in it either. Should probably thin this down some more, but I'm going to leave it as is. I wouldn't mind playing this for a few times to see how it feels, because it's very defensive. It's not very aggressive. I know that the format's very aggressive right now, but I think with the tools we put in here, we can try and survive early game pretty well to get us later, or are we just going to grind them down? That's unfortunately how you play with Bison. You can't just burst them out. You've got to play this weird, slow, grindy value game where you got to fend them off, and I think that's what we want with these tools, right? Jealousy gives us burn damage while keeping us alive, so yeah, anyways. That's the deck. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was only an hour long. I don't know the last time I made a video this long, but if it's received well, maybe I'll do more of them, as Chris does his deck builds as well. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to test this thing out and let you know how it fares and what changes I'll make from that point on. Until next time, this is Toy.